Alright. What the hell's going on, ladies and gentlefolk? Guess what? Someone asked me, they said, man, you haven't cast King of Cannons in a while. Have you got any good games? I was like, man, I'm pretty sure I cast them all. And then I kind of just had this moment. I went, wait, did I? And I went back and I found, oh my lord, there was a whole bunch of replays I didn't cast that printF sent me months ago. And I only cast 2 out of like 6 or 7 of replays that he sent me. So we're back, and I'm going to cast them now. And we're going to release these, over the next week or so. Should be at least enough for 2 episodes, probably 2, maybe more. We'll see how we go. Either way, for those who don't know, printF is amazing. He is the king of cannons. He cannon rushes every game. He never plays on a barcode, never hides his identity, and despite that, his opponents have an absolute nightmare dealing with him. You can see the Terran is already sending an SCV out because he doesn't want to let him in the base. I think it's much better if you just pull SCVs and stop it going up. But most players do not trust their micro to handle printF's insane execution with walling things off, and then you pull your probes down and he runs up the ramp and walls you outside your own base, and things just get absolutely ridiculous. But you can see here, because he sees the wall off, printF doesn't really need to invest that much. He's just going to build a gateway to semi-wall it, build a cannon, so only 1 or 2 SCVs can attack that at a time. He knows because of the wall off, Angry's not going to pull SCVs anyway. Immediately back to probes. Now don't get me wrong, if printF was a lesser cannon rusher, he'd be building like 4 cannons down here, but he realizes, I'm going to get both depots 100%. I'll force the barracks to lift, but I'm probably not going to get any cannons on the high ground. What I will get is a nice contain here, and if I can get a cyber core at home, gas, and then make an adept. Adept can shade to the high ground, providing high ground vision, which means he can't kill the cannon with marines. And then you can go maybe Tempest, Proxy. We've seen him do Tempest many times, right? This is usually the printF gameplay is, I build a Stargate and make a Void Ray, I siege you with Tempests. And then the game gets kind of hectic. And it's all about how well can Terran deal with that. Now, we've seen some creative counters. Some players have gone Thor, which is actually really good against it. Because the Thor outranges the Tempest. You put it in single target mode, bring some SCVs to repair, and the Tempest can't just poke in and out because they're taking shots from that Thor, and it guns them down really quickly. Depot goes down as well. Marine is building. We've got a factory going up, guys. The second gas in the main base. Bottom left side, Cybercore coming up as well. He's up to 23 workers, so he has a worker advantage. Remember, there's no commands, and also the factory, it's decently timed. It started before 2 minutes, but it's not crazy fast because his gases weren't that fast either. There's also no add-ons available. It's just a bunker with a bunch of Marines inside. And we are going to see... Oh, he's going to mix it up! printF, thank you for not just being a boring guy and going Tempest every game. He's going to go Robo. And I think he's planning to lose this to a siege tank, but he's going to have batteries to heal like Immortals and stuff that can run back and forwards here. What? Chat, what is this for? Robo and Stargate. Okay, so the idea is, depending on what his opponent builds, he's going to go one way or the other. The question is, does he, if he sees a Cyclone, does he commit to Robo? And if he sees a tank, he commits to Stargate, right? Right? I think that's what he does. I think that's what his plan. And because the Adept can scout everything. There's no way to wall off the Adept. Oh, I'm so curious. So he starts an Immortal for now. He's going to chrono boost it. He's got 16 on minerals, 3 on each gas. Remember, guys, printF has a rule. It's 1 base or die trying. He will never expand here. He will long distance mine if his main base mines out, but he will never expand anywhere else. I don't think I've even seen him take his opponent's natural before, or at least not in a long time. It is a Cyclone, so do we commit Stargate now? Do we see a Void Ray? He could go Phoenix to pick up the Cyclones and stuff. There's a tank, more Marines coming now, as well as a medevac. Cyclone getting some good lock-on damage. Gonna clear the cannon, but he's gonna pull back. Get out of there. Angry does pull back. Nicely done. And he's gonna have to repair that Cyclone so it's not so fragile. Fleet Beacon! Okay, so he's gonna go straight to Tempest. He says, look, I'll show you Immortal. So if you see an Immortal as a Terran, you know it's Robotech. But then he scans! What sort of a genius scans? I think he was wondering, is it Disruptors or Colossus? But now he finds out, wait, it's a Fleet Beacon. It's going to be Tempests. Most players would not scan. They would build multiple tanks, multiple Marines, build a command center, and then bam, you've got Tempest. They've only got a Cyclone and a few unupgraded Marines that shoot up, they're screwed. But that's a great scout, because now Angry realizes, you're investing in way too much tech. I've got to push in and punish this. And I think printF's in big trouble. The Immortals should try to get the Cyclone. He's got to try to push that Cyclone back if he can. It's really hard to do, though. printF doesn't have high ground vision unless he shades the Adept. Does get rid of a few of these guys, but the battery's getting out of juice right now. He's trying to build a Tempest, but he's supply blocked. Oh, printF! Bad time to be supply, but he does have 2 immortals though, so if he can get that Cyclone, that would be big. Pulls back the Stalker, pull back the Stalker. Stalker does take some big shots. Does manage to get the high ground vision with the Shade. But dude, the tank shots are brutal. Second tank arriving will bully him off the low ground, and the Tempest not starting. I think Angry's got him. Even though Angry's only 1 base. Angry's like double the army supply now. Cleared the cannon. At this point, I think you can shove. You could even pull boys and go for an A move and try to get in before the Tempest's out, but depowering this will be pretty big. The tanks are still shelling. There's no healing left in this game. The Cyclone could lock onto another unit. That'll be big because it's going to drain more of the healing juices here. Oh, printF's getting very dry on healing juice, guys. That Adept took so much damage. First Tempest about to be out, but it's just 1 Tempest. It's not an especially high damage unit. Then again, there's only 2 Vikings and a few Marines and a Reddit point Cyclone. Cyclone very damaged, as is the medevac. The Marines do venture a little bit far forward. He's going to put a tank on the low ground, but that does create a static target. And Mortals are going to run forward. The tank's trying to shell here. The Marine Cyclone tank doing what they can. The tank trying to dance back and forth. The Immortal will go down. There's still a cannon in the back. 1 cannon, 1 Immortal, 1 Tempest. Can he manage to do this? The tank getting some big shots on the Immortal. It takes another big shot, but it's surviving. The batteries are starting to fall. The Tempest, though, slowly getting its work done. It's on 4 kills. Make it 5 kills. The Immortal's going to go down. There's 2 Tempests out. How the hell has printF turned this into a playable position? Robo, Fleet Beacon, and Stargate all on 1 base. But the Tempest and that cannon in the back are a menace. The tanks are now moving forward. I think Angry needs to get rid of that cannon and commit really hard now or never. But he's out of anti-air. He's only got a few Marines and 3 Vikings. He's trying to repair the Vikings, but the Marine tank are taking crazy damage. Probably needs to just target the Stargate now. But the Vikings aren't there, which means the Tempest, they're going to clear one of these siege tanks. One of the tanks goes down. Can another Tempest get out? Can it get out? Can it get out? No, it cannot. The tank does deny the Stargate. And printF's production is gone. He has 0 powered production facilities. He needs to bring a probe over. He's got a probe. He needs to go repower that robo. He's going to start a mothership. I stand corrected. printF's like, I have no unit production facilities. Excuse me, pig? I have a lot of money, and I can just make a 400 unit out of my Nexus. I don't need production facilities. I'm going to make a mothership because I don't have any production. It's kind of genius, man. It's kind of genius. He really does need to power something else, though, because he has no other way of spending his money. He's going to go for 3 gateways and warp gate as well, abandoning the frontal position, realizing this is a lost cause, which is a correct call. There's going to be a 4 SCV, 5 Marine, 1 siege tank pool. Guys, that is the saddest boy pool I've ever seen. Oh my god. This is like stumbling into the showers after PE class in school. And you see a couple of boys just pulling each other off. You know, you're like, guys, what are we doing? They're like, oh, you know, just felt like, oh, just have a bit of a touchy. And I'm like, come on, guys, not in the friggin' school change room. That's weird, man. Yeah, speaking of which, this is also a weird push. Then again, there's almost nothing at home. Oh my gosh, Mama's going to pop just in time. Mama's going to pop just in time. Oh, and there's nothing worse than your sad boy pool getting walked in on by Mama. Oh no, and it's someone else's Mama as well. Oh my god, look at her. 4 attacks. She's going to roast the Marines. That tank, there's no way that tank gets out of there. I don't even know if the SCVs can get away from this dude. Oh my god, so much damage. So much damage. All the Marines and SCVs go down. The tank's like trying to run. But this is like trying to outrun the Independence Day mothership, you know, flying over the city about to eradicate everything. He's got 3 gateways. He's making an Immortal and a new Stargate on the front. So he's actually... Wait, he rebuilt cannons at the front? He reestablished the contain? Guys, he reestablished the contain! And he's going to go Stargate and whatnot now. Unfortunately, he's got no units at home, which means Mothership's going to die to the Vikings, I think. 700 hit points is a lot. Oh, the Vikings are landing. They don't realize she's there. She's just out of vision. She should fly forward and try to get the aggro on them. Now she's going to run away, though. He's waiting for Warp Gate. He wants Stalkers and the cannon to cover this. But now the Vikings are going to chase him. He's going to throw Time Warp to try and escape. Mama, she's trying to get out of there. Stalker Warp in, though, could save the day. Good retreat so far. Battery's going to heal as well. Oh my god, the Vikings, can they get Mama? With the cannon finishing and the battery healing, a lot of these Vikings will go down. 2 Vikings down. The battery healing! The battery healing saves it! Was that 3? I think 3 Vikings just died, man. And there's still this Tempest with 13 kills on the other side of the map. Oh my god. Who thinks to build Mothership here? It's actually so smart when his production got taken out, though. And it was perfect against what Angry did. Now, guys, Angry's name is Angry. Is Angry going to gift us with maybe a bit of a... You suck at Starcraft, you loser. Are we going to get one of these guys? Are we going to get one of those in the chat? I kind of hope so. Come on. Give me that spice for the thumbnail. You know you want to, Angry. Playing one base this whole time, dude. I feel like Angry did a pretty good job of defending. But then just that backup cannon and barely getting the Tempest out was so big. The Vikings are going to try and deal with it, but there's Stalkers on the front now as well. One Tempest goes down. Can he get the second one? No, he's lost too many. He's lost too many Vikings. And he went too deep. And Angry is just going to leave the game. Probably the correct choice there, I got to say. Units lost time almost 2-1. And I do love the Robo plus Stargate. As a Terran, it just kind of breaks my brain because I'm like, I want to make just tank Marines to counter the Immortals, but then suddenly, you know, you don't have enough anti-air to deal with the Tempest. It's just extra problems and extra confusion. And even staying one base, Angry did not have enough to deal with it. GG, well played. All right. We got another King of Cannons here. printF from the top left, playing another PvT against BitNick. He's a bit of a nick, this one is. And it's going to be an immediate probe across the map because he's like, bro, I need to see what's going to go on this map. I got to figure out what the hell is happening. And I am so curious to see how it goes. He's going to go for the pylon in the mineral line. This way, once he builds a forge, he can build cannons to defend any potential stuff. And he's going to go directly with 2 probes. This feels a bit early. Does he... What? What? What is this? Did this guy set up some sort of macro for it? Or is this a joke? It's just making a joke, right? There's no way you would screw that up so it accidentally says that, yeah? Oh, pylon on the high ground. Oh, dude, I haven't seen cannon rushes on this map. This is Last Fantasy. There's a corner here. There's a corner here. And he might be able to power a low ground cannon. He's going to go for the triple pylon wall. Oh, very early cannon rush. Triple pylon wall. Okay. And look at this. He's got 150 minerals. Pylon finishes. He can start a cannon almost immediately. He's already attacking this SCV. And that also squishes the probe out. Distracts the SCVs. If you're going to attack with SCVs, you need to go. BitNick! BitNick! The SCVs are all just standing there, fapping each other. Oh my god, he let him cancel the pylon as well. BitNick with some bad micro here. And that means the cannons are going to take control of the high ground. Oh, me, oh my. He dances all day and all night. These SCVs cannot deny that cannon. They're going to try and deny this one. I don't think it'll work. Dude, these cannons are creeping directly into this main base. BitNick, if you're going to pull SCVs, you got to pull them all. He should have pulled like 14 Marines, and he should have canceled the depot to get more surface area. He could have killed these pylons. And this would have been a pretty straightforward hold, in my opinion, because there's so much surface area wrapping around that northern pylon, the first one. And that should have been your prime target. The first pylon's the most important one, because that's the one they can't afford to cancel as well. But ideally, you'd attack all of them. As it is now, depots are going down. A few Marines are getting out, but he doesn't have a bunker. He does take out that probe, but he's got to get away from the cannon. He's got to focus the same cannon. Yeah, so this cannon up top will go down, but I don't think he has enough DPS to kill the other one. It does cancel. Maybe should have left it a little longer just to tank for this first cannon. I think that first cannon might just barely go down as well. Yeah, it's gonna have too few hit points left, even if it does finish. Cannon does die there. The Marines go a little far forward, but I think the cannon rush is dead. Gateway's up in the main. Gas has just started, just finished at home, I should say. Barracks! Repair! Oh my god, he barely saves his barracks. BitNick! So dangerous, man. The BitNick's already very low on workers. Only 15 is not building SCVs through this. And needs to be really careful. printF's still trying to throw cannons. Not sure if he's going to be able to get much. Oh, the Zealot. The Zealot is such a problem. He could throw 2 cannons here. printF can throw 2 cannons now because the Marines have to run from the Zealot. Oh, he doesn't have enough money for the second cannon of the Zealot. Good micro by BitNick. SCVs get pulled as well. Absolutely the correct call because he's got to be attacking the cannons. Should be focusing the other cannon first, but he goes for this one. Gets the Zealot. And actually, maybe that was good reaction for BitNick. This one will finish. There will be a Cyclone, though, and the Cyclone will deal with it. Oh, it's going to kill the Tech Lab, though. Does he get to start another siege tank or whatever before the Tech Lab goes down? We've got a Starport coming in the back line. The Marines there very damaged, but the SCV is able to tank. BitNick's able to survive. 16 SCVs for the Terran, and the Robo goes up on the low ground. Oh, the Zealot tanks the first lock-on, which means it doesn't go onto the cannon, but luckily a tank has begun, and that is very important. But another lock-on gets baited, which delays the time of this cannon getting cleared. And now the batteries are going to start to go down. The Zealot wants to go for the mineral line here. He says, hey, if you lock onto that, he's going to try. He should go for the SCVs. He should not go for the Cyclone. printF needs to go south, create more problems. He did scare the Cyclone back, though. BitNick Needs to keep that Cyclone on hold position. This factory getting very low. He's going to have to pull it back now. Siege tank's going to come in. It's going to siege up. Cyclone, of course, is going to try and defend that siege tank, and it should do just fine. I think printF may have actually overcommitted to this one, guys. Oh, Stalker's taking some damage. Dude, Bitnick's doing really well. I thought Bitnick, with the initial SCV reaction being this bad, was a garbage player. No offense. Now I'm seeing excellent control. It just shows everyone in StarCraft has very different skills. Bitnick's SCV pool response, awful in this game. Everything else has been really well done. Does get the Stalker as well. Yes, you lose a Marine, but that's fine. If this siege tank can move forward and clear this cannon, that's going to be amazing. He's going to siege it there. Still got one gas mining. Probably needs to get workers on the other gas and start a command center, though. Bitnick needs to spend that money. If you get a command center up, it's really going to help. The tank's very exposed. The Immortal's going to dive the siege tank. Can he take care of it? It's going to take 4 shots. 3, actually, with the help of the Stalker. Only 3. Cyclone lock-on gets broken. That is massive. I think that tank should have been further up north, potentially, rather than in the mineral line where it kind of blocks your own units. But damn, that's a big snipe for that Immortal, because now it's going to be 2 Immortals against 1 tank. Bitnick's tank has to be in a more conservative position now just to try and defend. Does have a command center and a Banshee on the way. Banshee's a good damage unit, but I've got to think tanks would be the better call. Oh, Immortal goes down. Cyclone needs to pull back, though. Cyclone needs to get out of there. And that Immortal does get its barrier and a few shields knocked off. Now, it's going to be another Immortal here. I'd like to get rid of these Cyclone if he can. Gets himself a Marine there. He's poking in and out, is printF, but hitting the barracks is still juicy hit point damage there. Tank's going to siege up in another very safe position. Cyclone locks onto the Stalker. Immortal comes forward. Good shots with this siege tank. Immortal now heavily damaged at 130 hit points. There's no follow-up here for printF. And it feels like Bitnick floating a Banshee across is genius. But it gets spotted, and he does pull it into the fight. Dude, if that Banshee arrived in printF's base, it might have just won the game. Oh, the Stalker goes down, but so does the Cyclone. And this cannon, with a bit of battery healing in the sentry, will be enough to push that Banshee away. I'd love to see that Banshee just go across the map to force some defense. Right now, both sides are neck and neck. And when I say neck and neck, I mean the Terran, if they lose from here, which they probably could. Oh, I don't know. Oh my god, hold on, the tank gets sniped. No, 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 no. I was going to make a necking themselves joke. Sorry, guys. Self-harm is a serious matter. Take care of yourself, seek mental health, and don't get that mad. It's just a dumb cannon rusher. I mean, to be fair, printF's probably one of the smartest cannon rushes. But if you lose to them, you're allowed to call them stupid. This is known as the law of the ladder. If your opponent cheeses this hard and does the dirty builds like printF, you're allowed to call them any name you want at your monitor. You just can't type it in the chat. Otherwise, you're a poo-poo head. That's the rule. Immortals are going to drop. Oh, but there's a Marine tanking. There's a Marine tanking, and the siege tank's targeted the Immortal. 1 tank for 1 Immortal. Not a bad trade there for Bitnick, but Bitnick needs more tanks, and the second one's just now started. You can see the Banshees arriving. Don't fly into the cannon. He's got to fly around the right side and hold position there. Barracks just went down, which means he can't build more factories. He's going to build more barracks now, guys. Oh my god. And the gas denied. The gas denied is really big. Banshee's going to do big damage, though. That cannon gets killed, not even cancelled. Huge damage. So you've lost a gas. Now Protoss has lost a gas. Both sides have lost gases. Oh, the tank moved forward. No! Bitnick moves the tanks up, but the Immortal can't get in range. The Immortal can't get in range. Oh, but he gets it. He does finally shuffle to the side. Sorry, I'm so excited. The Immortal gets the tank. He shouldn't have moved it that far south. Should have sieged it up here or something. Oh, no, Bitnick. You've got to keep the tank count alive. Every tank you get is so much damage against these Immortals, but he moves this one too far forward as well. And now printF says, you've got piss all anti-air. I will not be perturbed. Drops on the siege tank, gets the last one. And now these Immortals, they can dance all day. It's FPS Doug driving each one of these Immortals, and they are absolutely smashing. Dude, I really thought Bitnick had it, even with the awkward high ground entrenched position that the Protoss had. But you can see, especially with the Prism here, allowing these Immortals to micro a little bit. And look at that, they're out of range of that tank. Oh, the tank gets a shot. Careful, mate. Doesn't have much anti-air. The Viking's going to help zone. 1 SCV decides, fuck you! Runs forward, tries to drill the cannon, and does get taken out. The Banshee on the other side has denied 15 kills. Oh, printF's down to 8 workers. I mean, he needs to get a move on. He needs to keep fighting with these Immortals. He can't screw around because he's got no mining. He's got like 300 minerals, 150 gas coming in a minute. Not a lot of money. That Hero Banshee on the other side doing a heck of a lot. The Viking's going to try to push back the Prism. The Stalkers are going to try and target down the Viking. The Immortals are doing so much damage. Even just hitting the command center, the Immortals are doing so much damage. He's going to save that one Stalker. The Viking goes down. The Banshee will be falling momentarily. Bitnik with 1,600 minerals in the bank and no way to spend it. Probably should have built a bunker a bit earlier, hey. I mean, Bitnik's under so much pressure right now. So much pressure. Probably never even control group these barracks because this printF just never gave him a moment to get organized. And then just gets overwhelmed here. Too much panic setting in. And printF's going to remove him from the game. Now, this is where the gamer words come out. Like, I know what Bitnik's thinking. It's that. The question is, does he type it? Or does he let it escalate in his brain to something else? Because there's no way you win this game. There are still probes mining. You just lost your last fighting unit. You have 1 SCV. But Bitnik's not willing to accept it. I think the longer you stay in these games, the longer you stew in your angry rage juices, the more out of sorts you tend to get. Is he actually not going to repair his command center? I guess he wants to wait for the SCV to repair it? No, okay, he's going to repair it now. These 2 mules. Just got to get it out of the burning range. The mules should go back to mineral mining. They repair at the same speed as an SCV, but they mine like 4 times faster than an SCV, so bit of a waste there, but of course. Why are we still in this game, guys? 2 Marines building. There ain't no way, man. These 3 Immortals are immortal. 22 kills, 10 kills, 13 kills. The Stalkers have 6 kills and 4 kills. And he's going to float again. Wow. Oh, well. Oh. And Bitnik, the hero of the day. Everyone, respect in the chat for Bitnik. You know Bitnik's sitting there twitching. Fucking stupid, proudest player. And managed to get in control of those emotions. Mature adult style. Like, that was Korean level self-controls. And went and did, it's like that. Literally, it was like in 5,000, you're in like under like 10 Gs of force. And you're trying to like reach forwards. And he somehow manages to reach the G key twice and hit enter. Impressive. Under that level of trauma. Well played, mate. printF, he's back in action. And I love that we're not just seeing Stargate, Void Ray, Tempest contains. We're seeing more Robos against Terran. This makes me much more excited to see any upcoming printF TVPs. GG, well played. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.